Well, hello there, everyone. It's me, Esther Bartkiw. Today's energy update, I want to share with you some information that came to me when I sat down on that sofa a couple of days ago and said, I haven't done an energy update in a while because my focus has been on the eclipse solstice group. Send me some information that I can offer to everyone that is of encouragement, but also information that they can contemplate on and start to incorporate in their day-to-day life to navigate the cosmic waters. And this is what came through. So I'm going to give you some information. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's coming up for me in regards to my offers to you. I've got a free event that I'm planning coming up. I want to tell you about that. And then also right at the end, I have just some snippets of the year ahead focus. So just as a reminder to everyone, I am a holistic therapist. I do a therapy called core belief engineering, where I work with the conscious and subconscious mind to root out the limiting paradigms and belief systems that you are holding in the subconscious, and it's preventing you from living the life that you want. I do personal intuitive readings for people. People come with questions. I get really good answers. I've been doing all of this for 14 to 16 years. And I also host seminars and webinars. You can find out more information about me on my website, whispersfromthesoul.com. All right, let's get going because there's a lot of information here. So, when the information was coming to me, I took notes. So I'm going to be reading from the notes a little bit. As humanity, we haven't operated in full consciousness for a very long time, and that is changing. We are waking up to greater consciousness. The cosmic alignments and energies are helping us to do this. The upcoming Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, which is on December 21st, will seed an energy and then boom that energy that will take us to very much a giant leap moving forward personally, but also collectively. All right. We are moving towards a state of full or fuller consciousness. The movement is more rapid now than ever before. All right. Our individual process is more rapid. Collectively, we are picking up speed, speed in identifying truth. Secrets revealed, and then the changes, like making changes based on what we are learning. And this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is going to accelerate all of this. Okay. There are some people who are in fear about this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, thinking that the world is going to end that day. I do not get that at all. In fact, I see that a lot of people are going to move through that day, and they may tap into a collective energy of anticipation, but the energies of solstice and Jupiter, Saturn is going to seed, it's going to be planted, and then over the next months, particularly over the next 1 to 2 years, and then this is a new 20-year cycle, it will unfold. So on December 21st, if you don't feel anything from the energies, that is okay. Just trust and know that a seeding is happening. It is going to elevate consciousness with you in the collective, on the earth, and then it will unfold. All right. So it is important to align with a higher timeline. Right? And so right now, although I believe there are many timelines that are happening, because every time you make a choice, you're adjusting your timeline. You're moving on to a new timeline. But right now, let's say there's 2 timelines. There is a timeline of fear, right? That's the virus timeline of fear. And there's a timeline of hope and optimism and positive change and making things better. And so it's very important for you to turn within and assess which timeline are you aligning with. Now, how do you do this? You set your intention. Set the intention saying, I'm asking for truth. Even if it means that my beliefs, my perceptions are all busted. Even if it means that things that I believed for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years are proven to be false and it rocks my world, I want to know truth. Okay? And then keep your vibration high. Keep your vibration high. When you are in a high vibration, you are in alignment. All right? So when you're in a higher vibration, you align with your soul essence. You align with source, God, universe. You begin in that higher vibration alignment to receive messages. Your intuition starts to fire off. You hear, you sense, you know, and you can trust the information that is coming in because you're receiving it at a higher vibration. So keep your vibration high. Once you operate at a higher vibration or frequency, truth will be revealed to you. Absolutely. It is difficult, not impossible, but difficult to see and know truth when you are in a lower vibration. Okay? And then this piece came through. When you talk to people and they can't hear what you're saying. Okay? I have that a lot. People say, I hear you're talking. I don't know what you're saying. I just don't see what you see. Okay? And that's because you and that person are operating at different frequencies. Right? You're on tuned into different radio stations. You're traveling two different highways. Maybe it's someone who's trying to reach out to you. And you're not seeing it. You're like, I know you're trying to share some information with me right now, but I'm not getting what you're putting down. And that's because you're on a different frequency. And then sometimes we need to hear things over and over and over again before we have that ding, 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 ding moment. And we're like, oh my gosh, I get it. And I find that this happens in my business, right? I have clients who will do every course that I put out, they will take that course because they know that the programs are good. We'll do personal sessions. And then sometimes after a program, I'll get an email from them and say, you know, I know that we have talked about this many times in the past, but this time I got it. And they got it because they raised their vibration, they aligned with the information, and they could hear it. So if you want to know truth, if you're sorting out in this chaotic world of ours right now, what is truth? Who is telling me truth? What do I believe? Raise your vibration. Okay, so hold that intention that you want to know truth. Raise your vibration that puts you in alignment with it. And then be patient with yourself and be patient with others. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to keep explaining yourself or explaining your point of view to others over and over and over. That is tiring, that is exhausting. Many of us are very tired of it right now. But when somebody comes to you and they say, can you tell me? That's a good opening. That is a good opening. All right, so as more people awaken and raise their vibration, the vibration of the collective rises, the vibration of the planet rises, Schumann resonance is happening, is helping and happening. We just had a big spike the other day. And then the cosmic light coming in is anchoring in you and on the planet. That is helping as well. So in this duality, we say light and dark, and we're seeing that there's dark, evil, and shadow. That is the lower vibrational energies. They are being revealed. Okay, that's part of what's going on the planet right now. And the dark must be purged and a restructuring of anything that supports those darker agendas. Okay, we're going through this right now. And so as a part of the collective raises their vibration and opens to new consciousness, it shines a light on the dark, the evil, the heaviness, the density, right? And that's causing commotion in our world. Now, how is this commotion being caused? There are people who thrive in the dark, okay? There are people who have position, money, power, because they've aligned with the lower energies, the dark, the evil, the shadow, whatever you want to call it. And they're fighting for self-preservation. Okay? And then there's also people who just, they're just not awake. Their eyes are not open. They're still operating from lower vibrations, really a lot of fear, right? And they can sense that the rug's going to be pulled out from underneath them. And they're like, no, I don't even want that. Like, can I just stay in my little cocoon, right? And they're also pushing back against the light. So that's a lot of the chaos that's going on right now. And then those people who are waking up, there's a lot of like, oh my God, oh my God. And it shakes you as you're integrating and understanding what has been hidden from you for a very, very long time. All right. And then there are those who are really opening to greater consciousness and awareness and becoming a grander version of the divine being that they are, raising their vibration, allowing the light to work through them to create massive planetary evolutionary shift. And you may be noticing this because I know there's a lot of people who are saying, yeah, things are crazy around me, but I go through my day and it's okay. It's okay. I know that everything's going to be okay. I know this matters. When I'm given an intuitive nudge to take an action in faith and trust, I follow that action. That's my service. And I just focus. I focus on the love. I focus on the joy. I focus what I want to create in my life and in this world. All right. So on the lead up to the total solar eclipse, which is happening December 14th. And then on the 21st, we have solstice and Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. Do whatever you can to keep your vibration as high as possible. And that doesn't mean that every day you are going to be in joy and in love. We all have our days. Stuff is happening. But when you catch yourself and you say, whoa, I really took a drop today in vibration, acknowledge that. And then notice, what were you focusing on that created that dip in your vibration? And you might say, okay, this is what I was focusing on. This has dipped my vibration. If I keep focusing on that, my vibration is going to drop lower, lower, lower. Or I can make a conscious decision right now to say, I'm going to focus on this instead because I like this. This makes me happy. This brings me joy. This is uplifting to me. This is optimistic to me. Right? This is creative to me. And you begin to shift your vibration. All right? And of course, as I mentioned earlier, ask God, universe, your soul essence to show you truth, even if it means something you have believed for a very long time that was a foundation of your life is proven false. All right. There's so much here that I was given. And some of this is repetition because it kept coming through. If you're having a question, and I got this on Instagram the other day from someone who follows me on Instagram, and you can follow me there at Esther Bartkiw. In the stories, I do the infograph energy updates. Someone said to me, because I was talking and posting about choice. We all have choice and we're being all asked to choose right now. Which timeline are we aligning with? The fear time or the hope, optimism, positive change, better for all timeline. And nobody can make that choice for you except for you. And the post was like something like, well, what do you choose? And someone sent me a message and said, I really don't understand what you're asking me to choose. I just focus on living my truth. And that's really good. And take it a step further. We are at this place now where we will benefit ourselves and humanity to question the truths we are holding on to. Are they really truths? Or are they truths that were given to us, but the foundation is deception? So you can be living your truth, and that's really great, but it's time to investigate those truths. I myself and other people often say, question everything. And then I take it the next step and I say, question everything, even those things that you know to be true, that you believe to be true, that you believe to be positive and uplifting, because the deception has seeped in everywhere. It has seeped into the spiritual community. It has seeped into, if you follow New Age material, it has definitely seeped in there. It has seeped into New Thought. Some by people who are doing it unknowingly, and others who know what they're doing. The greatest way to deceive people is to give them 80% truth and 20% false, because you lull people into sleep and they begin to think, oh, they always tell me truth, so I'm not going to question anything anymore. All right? So if you're following your truth, bravo. Now, take the step of investigating, is that truth really truth, or has deception seeped in there? And how will you know? You turn within. You turn within. The answers lie within. And so then this person says, but I turn within and I'm just getting confusion. I'm not sure what's going on. Confusion is of a lower vibration. Again, raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, you align. When you align, the information is revealed to you. The truth is revealed to you. You see very clearly what is false doctrine, false beliefs. And you can trust what is coming in because you are living at a higher vibration. All right, there's other information here, but I'll do another video on it because this is going really long. All right, so coming up, I want to do a free event before the end of the month. And I'm tossing around what the topic will be, but it will be something that is definitely going to help you on your spiritual journey. If you have some input or ideas, please write in the comments section below what you would like me to do a free event on. It will be a live call, 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And I'm going to run everything through my newsletter. Okay, so call details, replay is going to be on my newsletter. If you receive my newsletter, you are going to get the information. There's nothing you need to do. If you do not receive my newsletter, I invite you to join us. And you can go to my website, whispersfromthesoul.com, sign up there. And when the announcement of the free event is made, you will get all of the details. I'm also looking to do 2 events coming up early in the year. This is the guidance that has come to me. One would be a webinar class on repairing your auric field. As I'm doing the eclipse solstice energy event right now, the daily energy work I'm doing with our group has had a focus a few days ago about repairing the auric field. And I could see that a lot of people needed that. And I think that would be a good webinar for me to do for everybody. And then also I want to do a 30-day program, raising your vibration, about money, wealth in particular. Okay. So there's a lot of you who are watching that know that part of this evolution we're going through on the planet right now is there's going to be an evolution change of our financial system. Some are saying it's going to be crypto. Others are saying buy silver and gold. Others are saying, no, it's the fiat system. It's going to still be there, but it's going to change. So we know, right, if you're a student of the law of attraction, it doesn't matter what the financial substance is, if it's crypto or if it's silver or gold. It's about what are you attracting? It's your attraction factor. It's your attraction factor. So I want to do a 30-day event to help you to raise your vibration. So however the financial system readjusts itself, that you are going to be in vibration to receive the bounty and the blessings of it. Again, if that's something that interests you, please put a comment below and I'll get that moving quite quickly once the new year starts. All right. Okay, pieces of information. We've got total solar eclipse coming up, the Saturn Jupiter conjunction. I've talked about these in the past. There's lots of people talking about it. Again, sift through the information and turn within to see what is true for you. Coming up at the end of the month, on December 31st, New Year's Eve, we have a full moon. Full moon is about completion, right? End of this year, 2020, we are having a full moon in Cancer. Completion. Full moons generally evoke a lot of strong emotion within us. This full moon is in the sign of Cancer. Cancer energy evokes a lot of emotion inside of us. It is happening on New Year's Eve, right? Which tends to have a collective strong emotion about it in a year where there is a lot of strong emotion. So this is really good energy to just kind of purge, right? Any lower vibration emotions you've been holding on to, whether it's from attached to a memory or surfacing from this year, it is going to be a time to release. And I encourage you to really use that energy to release. It also means that there are people who are going to be very emotional. There are going to be emotion exploding. There could be outbursts, right? So as the emotion comes up, I encourage you to express it in a very healthy manner for you, for the people around you, but know that there are going to be people around you that are going to be exploding in emotion around that time. Okay, so keep that in mind. Back in the fall, I said over and over again that middle of November, there's going to be like a breath of fresh air when Aries turns direct. And we had that little breath of movement happening. Many of you wrote me and said, yes, I've noticed movement in this area of my life. Thank you for that. We're going to get another one of those little, at the end of January and into February. I'll tell you more about it as I receive more information about it. From now till the end of the year, it could be kind of staticky. I'm going to be really honest with you. So you get to choose, what are you going to focus on? The static or what's over here that brings you joy? Okay. And then dealing with the astrology, May, June, and July. Jupiter moves into the sign of Pisces. Jupiter is a planet of expansion and abundance and wealth creation and what we call blessings and good fortune. And we just love this Jupiter energy. I mean, it also on the lower manifestation side will show you where you're blocking all of this. Okay, where you're blocking all of this. But here's what's happening. Jupiter is moving into the sign of Pisces, which is its home sign, which means that's the part of the sky that it just loves. It's like, I'm home. I'm home. And you know, when we're home, we just like, oh, I got all my things around me and it's very comfortable and familiar. So Jupiter is going to be moving into Pisces, its home sign, from May, I think about mid-May till almost the end of July. And we're going to notice like I really see a lightness, an optimism, things kind of falling into place. Take advantage of it, enjoy it, because the back end of next year, we're going to kind of, there's going to be a bit of a constriction, right? Expansion, constriction, expansion. There's going to be a bit of a constriction. But again, as more information comes through, I will give it to you. I'm really seeing this as a 5-10 year cycle of evolution. And you can say, I don't like it, and I get you. Or you can say, wow, I chose to be here on planet Earth at such a time as this. All right, everybody. Again, my apologies that this was so long, almost about 25 minutes. I do have some more information here for you about the age of Aquarius, because I realized as I've been studying the astrology of the age of Aquarius, a lot of people say that it's going to be happening on the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, and there seems to be a lot of information of no. We're starting to move into the air signs of Aquarius, but we'll talk about that in another video. If that's something you're interested in, let me know below, and I will create another video for you. Thank you so much for being here, beloved. And thank you so much for being interested in being a contribution to the change that is happening on the planet right now. And thank you for anchoring your special light into the earth and helping humanity. Love you lots. Ciao for now.